Rockstar. That is Rockstar riffs.
It was a good riff.
Absolutely. Welcome back to Andertons TV. Pete and I are back from America.
Yeah, I'm quite tired. You're doing well.
A little bit of jet lag.
You're doing well.
I like getting back is always good for me. But there we go. Right.
We need to try this Mr. Beast thing. Today on this episode of Andertons TV, we plug some amps and pedals in that you can't believe how good they sound. Stay to the end to figure out which one is the best.
Is that what Mr. Beast does?
He does that. I was seeing that, and he always goes, "Oh, if you rap this, you win this thing," and they encapsulate people from the beginning.
Well.
So like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. We're giving away prizes every 10,000 new subscribers, plus giving away the clon when we hit the million. Timestamps are below. We've obviously got quite a few pedals today, so if you just want to fast forward to the pedal that you want to find out, you can do that below.
Can I fast forward to the clon?
Absolutely. Merch, you can see we've all gone from t-shirts to sweatshirts now, because it's freezing!
I need a new one. This looks like it's been washed about a billion times.
Okay, electroharmonix, everybody's favourite New York brand of pedals with a crazy owner that smokes enormous cigars.
The thick crust pedal brand.
Are they?
No, but that's what it should be called. New York thick crust.
Waffles and pedals. It's my two favourite things. Okay, so this is the
Rails
NYC DSP Pico range. So Pico is the size, these super compact little pedals. And the NYC DSP means these are digital recreations of some of classic electroharmonix pedals.
What does Pico mean?
Pico, I guess, is just like size, isn't it? Like very
it's
small.
An Italian for pico.
Like a piccola.
Piccolo.
No, that's not a piccola, is it? Piccola was that, wasn't it?
No, pick. We need to figure
I
out
was
what
thinking
Pico means.
viola was that, but piccola was like a tiny little flute. Anyway, we're going to start with, we're going to leave the drive pedal in all the time so that we can hear sort of clean and dirty effects with some of the other ones. But we've got a drive, we've got echoes, we've got pitchforks, pogs, all kinds of stuff. So we'll get to them one at a time. The only one we don't have, and I don't know why it's been, why we haven't got it, but we haven't got the freeze, which is ironic really, because it's outside freezing.
I'm sorry, I swore now. I've
did.
been away, so I've been swearing all the time.
Right,
America.
Let me tell you, Pico Triboro Bridge. Is that we assume that's a bridge in New York. The founder, this is actually a three effect pedal here, so I can scroll through an overdrive, a distortion, and a fuzz. I have volume gain, bass and treble, except for when I'm in the fuzz mode, when it engages a gate and a tone control. What does it say here about this? Multi-mode drive pedal, taking dirt algorithms from the platform and attack decay. The Triboro Bridge connects three drive styles with a simple, convenient set of controls.
Do you think it should be a Triboro? So it's like three boroughs, and it connects the bridge into three boroughs?
Oh, boroughs.
Boroughs.
Yes,
Not
possibly.
like,
I mean, if you live in America, let us know. Or if you live in New York, rather.
But there must be three boroughs in New York. Boroughs.
Here's our clean sound. Here's green mode.
I didn't see you click it.
Oh, I
didn't
see.
hear. So I was waiting for you to click it down. Can I have a bit more level, please? It's a bit fuzzy, isn't it? It's like a... I like it though. See, like in the beginning, it's like, oh yeah, but it's got sort of a thing. It's like a, what is it called? It's a character overdrive.
Yes, we'll take you through the range. Here we go.
It sounds good, but it's got a character to it that I haven't really it doesn't aim at like it's not a tube screamer or it's got something else going on.
I think all the classic electroharmonix pedals are steeped in a little bit of fuzzy, gritty kind of tone, aren't they?
Steeps in the fuzz.
Let's try the orange mode.
Oh, that's I think that's good.
We're going to try fuzz mode. Personally, I think what's attracting me probably most to these pedals is the size of them. Again, we'll go into this. They're not crazy affordable like you might think like a Mua or something like that would be in this kind of compact size. They're pretty sort of, if anything, I think some of these are potentially even more expensive than the analog original version of it. But I guess, they sound decent.
Well, there's 3 overdrive pedals in one pedal in that one, isn't it? And
this is very true.
It's got a certain character to it.
This is very true. Let me tell you how much this, before we try the fuzz, let me tell you how much this one is. This is £129.
£129?
Yeah.
For 3 overdrive pedals?
Not bad, is it? Right, okay.
If you've got a really long toe, you can get it in there.
What, here? Let's try the fuzz. So we've got the gate now and the tone control rather than the bass and treble. So take the gate down if you want. Right.
That's fun.
So I think we'll leave this on probably the overdrive setting or something for the rest of this video. Although I've got to admit the fuzz is fun.
Yeah, let's try clean. That's just
big doomy kind of fuzz rather than sort of spitty old-fashioned.
I don't like spitting. Type. I prefer if it's not. If they don't spit.
So in no particular order, we're going to start now with the Canyon. So the Canyon Echo digital delay distills the original Canyon delay and looper's simplicity and versatility into a no-nonsense echo effect. That's the big one, has the looper in it. This has been a shrunk down just the echo element of it. So we've got a pristine, clean digital echo with up to 3 seconds of delay.
Holy smokes.
Tap tempo. Oh. Cool. Fair enough. The filter knob cuts out treble or bass, switchable delay, tails, and a new infinite repeats mode, which acts as a looped tape machine. So, okay, let's get some sounds.
Ooh, let's try it. You turn on.
That's where the tap tempo button kind of falls over, isn't it?
Exactly, because you click and then, is it on or off?
Yeah, but we don't need to use that. I mean, obviously, you would normally just use. That's too long, isn't it? That's really long. 3 seconds is crazy amounts. £139 for this. Okay.
Sounds good. It sounds good.
So let's just play around. So blend is obviously going to do the sort of the volume of the delay. So we can make the delays louder than the original if we want that effect filtered. If I turn the filter down, you get more of that kind of analog tapey echo kind of vibe. 3 different colours here. Who knows what's doing that? Let's have a read. So the tap tempo function can be disabled if it annoys you, that you're worried that, I don't know, if you're turning your delay on and off,
and off in the same tempo. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a good point.
But you were right about just if in its current mode, you do just literally tap it to do the
It's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing.
Could be. So green is the 8th note.
Okay,
it says
one
it
and two
equal
and...
to half your tap time.
Yeah. So if you tap it like 2, 3, 4.
It's half that, yeah.
And 2 and
right.
2 and 3.
Okay.
And 4. Okay.
So orange, which is here, is equal to 3/4 your tap time.
1, 2, 3, 4. So that's
And then red is your quarter note, which is equal to your tap time. So that should just basically whatever you tap. So I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to do,
that's easy peasy.
If you want to do that one, you want to go. That's your Gilmore.
Yep.
Isn't it?
You have got the option of switching tails on or off on this.
Okay. So are they on now? So. Yeah.
Let's have a little look. And then it says here, infinite repeats here. When tails bypass mode is enabled, you can activate the infinite repeats made by pressing and holding the foot switch.
So I'll do a chord and you hold it down. So.
Happy days.
Yeah.
So that,
fun,
ladies and gentlemen, is your Canyon Echo. I will put links to all of these pedals below this.
I also call it Mum.
If you want to go and find out more, read the manual or something like that. So the Rerun is another delay pedal. It says here that it is it's based on the tape delay algorithm found also in the original Canyon delay and looper. So we got vintage vibes, 3 modes of flutter and a saturation knob to bring a wide array of tape delay tones to this deceptively powerful unit. Cranking the feedback knob or pressing and holding the foot switch creates that runaway tape delay. That's
that's cool. I'm interested in that.
Well, let's see what a normal tape delay.
Here comes.
Jeez. Okay. So that's the green flutter mode. The flutter, I think, comes on old tape machines where the motors in the tapes would kind of be slightly irregular, so you'd get that sort of modulation kind of vibe. But we'll have a bit of a play around with the different modes of flutter. It's clever.
I like that.
They've done that tape degradation well, haven't they?
Yeah.
So that's the middle mode of flutter.
Can you slow it down a bit?
As in a longer delay?
Yeah, just so that's it. It sounds like a seal.
Maximum flutter. Do you know what?
I don't know what.
With 3 pedals in.
Yeah.
And when I first heard about this, I was really like, meh. More digital pedals. Don't like digital.
Yeah.
Which is probably just me being old and farty.
It could potentially be.
But 3 pedals in, and actually fair play, I actually think the pedals sound really good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
My opinion is changing as this demo goes on. Let's try saturation, see what happens with that wound all the way up.
Saturation.
Oh, I see. So the saturation is actually driving the feedback as well. So the more you saturate it, the more it goes into that infinite, or it wants to.
But it also drives it, doesn't it?
So we've just, there's a couple of things we've sort of been messing around, discovered with this. One is that it also has the same tap tempo operation as the previous Canyon one, which again, you can disable if that annoys you. What we also found was, what we also have done with this is, which again, you could do on the Canyon as well, is if you hold down the button at the top, it will toggle between a full bypass mode. So when the pedal is switched off, it's in true bypass and there's no delays, or it'll toggle between that and a tails mode. So actually when you turn the pedal off, it will allow the effect to continue.
Is it tails or trails?
Tails or trails, could be either, I think. And of course, when you're in that tails mode, you can hold the button down, it'll do that infinite thing. So that's what we're gonna show you now. So
snail trails.
Here we
snail
go.
Tails.
That's it. Okay.
And you set the tempo.
So actually, what just happened there was Pete very quickly tried to turn the pedal on and off. And because it's still in tap tempo mode, it's obviously thought, oh, Pete's actually changing the tempo. So you can see why it might be advisable to turn the tap tempo off.
Yeah. When you do that kind of thing. Or maybe you like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So that's
anyway,
the rerun, another sort of
delay.
around about the £130 mark again. If I miss out, if I forget to tell you a price during this demo, don't forget, links below, they'll all be on the Andertons website. I think, is that the end of our delays? Let's just try out what
Oceans, isn't that like Oceans 11? Is that not a delay?
We can try, that's a reverb. Do you want to try that one next?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so here we are now on the Pico Oceans, and this is a super famous electroharmonix reverb pedal of recent years, the bigger Oceans pedal.
Not in the effects loop on this one, then.
We're going straight in the front, are we? Cool. Okay, so what have we got? We've got blend time delay, which switches to spring, a spring level when we're in the correct mode, and we've got a spring, a plate, and a hall reverb, which I toggle through using the type. So we might as well start with the green one, which is Spring. Pays homage to the classic Fender 6G15 tube spring reverb.
Oh, nice. I'm a big fan of that. Just in case Noel is watching, the amp is a Friedman amp, and everything is at 12 o'clock apart from the master and the gain are sort of running on 3. And I'm playing a Hanson.
There is also the same tails and tails bypass function that we talked about before, and an infinite reverb function.
So the same thing.
Same kind of
this
idea
is the
across
thing,
all
isn't
of
it?
them,
Once they make one, they put 4 knobs on and a little switch at the top, they're all the same.
Yes.
They just hook it up to USB.
Indeed.
And I hate USB. Anything USB-wise on a thing, I just...
There's no USB on these, though, Pete,
no,
so
but
you can't...
probably have to open it up, and inside there'll be a little place where they hook it up, and then I just cry.
Oh, it's very springy.
Very bright.
I can take the tone down a little bit.
Take the tone down.
I've done it.
To my level. Sounds nice. Not that bright. It's too digitally bright. Digitally bright.
I was just going to say, in the what is this spring? Give us a stat. So is that the clanginess of it?
It's the speed of the.
Yeah, speed of the sort of clangs, isn't it?
Yeah, clang, faster clang to the.
I'm with you in the sense. I think it's actually quite a good spring emulation, but it's too bright with the tone at 12 o'clock. It should. Okay, so it should be plate next. So So straight away, if you have the tone rolled down for the spring, you need to turn it back up again for the plate, I think. So
Maybe this bright. You know, maybe the amp they have modeled this after is a bright spring.
So the one that they call delay, most other pedals would call that pre-delay. So that's that little split second before the reverb kind of blooms in.
A little bit before.
A little bit before, yeah.
Nice.
What is that?
That's cool. Cool little sticker.
Little sticker. You get a power supply with all of these, including the price, which is kind of, I don't know if that's worth it or not, really. I mean, it's kind of cool to have a power supply, but my gut feeling is if you're buying...
It's bigger than the pedal.
Mini pedals, it's probably because you've got a multi-power supply on your board. But yes, you do get a power supply with each of these. Okay, so moving on now. So far, I thought I like my plate reverbs cleaner and brighter than this one. But hey ho, here is Hall. That's clangy as well, isn't it? Yeah. What do you want?
It's a funny clang.
The spring was pretty convincing. I'm not so sure I like the other. Well, I mean, it is. Does
work.
Then? That's pre-delay. Why did it? Oh, because you moved it.
Yeah.
Well.
I don't like the.
Yeah, why? That's not very Hall-y, is it? Let's go back to plate again. I mean, look, what can we say? It is a reverb pedal.
Yeah. I've heard better.
Yeah, I think I have as well. I like this. I think the spring was actually probably its strongest mode.
Yeah, the spring was good. The spring was good.
I mean, reverb pedals are, generally speaking, one of the more expensive pedals that you can buy. So 130 quid or whatever this is, isn't going to buy you like a top of them, although it would buy you something like a TC Hall of Fame. So
yeah, but that, in my opinion, that's also. I'm not a super big fan of it. I think it's okay, better than this, but
yeah. How far have you got to go up before you find a reverb that you really like? You go in Strymon territory, that kind of.
No. There's lots of good reverb pedals. I think there's the T Rex Creamer is actually really good.
Is it?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's 99 quid or something.
I thought Creamer was a drive pedal.
No,
it's a reverb, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I can do the infinite as well.
Yeah, do you want to hear a bit of infinite reverb?
Yeah.
Infinite reverb doesn't appear to work on the spring mode, so we're just going to stay with the plate mode. And again, it's the same idea, so you'd have a bit of reverb. So there you go, all you shoegazers out there, going to be big ambient reverb, infinite things you can do.
Yeah. Links below for that one.
Yes. Next is the EHX platform, which is a compressor and a limiter. I've flipped the pedals around here. I mean, there's no right or wrong here, I suppose, but I would traditionally use compression, before drive.
Yeah.
Various options on here. So green is a standard compressor, orange is a limiter. And then if I hold this button down, if it blinks slow, that's a soft knee compression. Ooh. If it blinks fast, blinks fast, that is a hard knee compression.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's...
Is that hard knee? That's a limiter.
Got a bit of Corey wrong. Sorry, you're right. Let's go compression first.
Okay. It's definitely a compressor.
I mean, the attack thing is very much, you know, if you set the attack low, you get a slightly more natural initial note and then the compression kicks in. If you set the attack high, it's kind of compressed right from the start. Everything else is fairly self-explanatory here. I'll show you kind of like with a gain pedal how you might use it to add sustain to a gain.
Noisy.
It is. Yes, you're right. Let's try the limiter.
Wow. It just keeps my volume there. The limiter just goes. You can't be.
It's like a more extreme version, isn't it? I think the platform is one of the more, or the least expensive pedals of the Pico range. This is about £100.
Platform in New York, isn't it? It's a platform 1 and platform 2. Green, orange.
It's not a reference to shoes then. Can you mute me please and we'll try something else?
Yes.
Right, this is the Pico Attack Decay. This is probably the most challenging one to describe to you what it does. I mean, it's, as all the others are, it's based on an older EHX pedal. Mm-hmm. It's doing swells, basically, sort of envelope filter style swells. So we've got a volume control here. We've got a sensitivity control, which sets the sensitivity for triggering this sort of attack decay
2023
envelopes.
Style. It's like super sensitive.
Decay sets the envelope decay time from 4 milliseconds up to 8 seconds. And then we've got two modes, a polyphonic mode, which is the orange mode, which says it's got an independent volume envelope for each note. And mono says it's one volume envelope for all notes. I have no idea what that actually means.
Well, it means, we'll listen to it, we'll have to listen to it.
Okay, right? And then the blend it says here blend secondary knob. The sensitivity knob can also control the wet-dry mix. Oh, I see. So I press and hold the poly button to then use the... I'm sure there are some good demos on the electroharmonix website of this, but let's... okay, so
it's all an inspirational tool for doing something, and now I'm going to play 3 chords, A minor, G, and D minor. It's almost like a quick swell on your volume, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is. I mean, I can't...
It's almost like a metallic digital. I like that. That's pretty funky.
What's slower picked notes more? I'll be honest with you, this isn't really the sort of style of pedal that I think I've got any real experience of using. I mean, it's certainly easy to demo, you know, if Pete plays a sort of a picked chord in mono mode, you can kind of see that each note is replacing the next one. If we're in polyphonic mode, it obviously allows you know, each note to do the envelope filter, quite how you'd use it. I was trying to find something, I mean, it's got a sort of a cello vibe about it. I mean, I don't know if there was like I was trying to find a fuzz tone that I felt, you know. It needs reverb. That's what it needs. I knew we were missing something. It needs to be big and haunting with reverb, I think.
That was something out of Pirate film.
You know what I'm saying there? I had this visual thing of like a cowboy going through the dusty desert, leading his horse along with a bit of tumbleweed going on.
I saw Pirate.
That sort of, did you see Pirate?
Yeah, I saw something.
As long as you see something, I guess that's the point, right? Because it's inspiring some sort of soundscape.
Just go to the other mode, but in the same sound, but in the other mode. That's very synthy. I like
There's enough of that. There's
By
enough
the
of
way,
that.
when you shake the neck of it does make a difference. Stop commenting that it doesn't make a difference, because it does.
It does make a difference. Right.
This is exciting.
Next
I'm
one is
excited
the
for this one.
Pitchfork. Yeah, this has been a crazy popular pedal from Electroharmonix. So now we've got the mini Pico DSP version. Volume blend, pretty obvious. Shift is moving how much the note is going to shift from a detune, so just like what was like a chorus effect all the way down, to 3 octaves all the way up, and then you've got various things in between. Sweep is the rate at which it's going to get from where you are to where you want to be. And then the modes are: red is note goes up, green note goes down, and orange both directions.
Yeah,
so
I
don't know,
had that after the American.
So what's most common, do you think? Red, I guess, isn't it? But it doesn't matter.
It's up, isn't it? It's up, like a Prince thing.
So we're going to add some, what are we going to have? Some distortion, I think, or maybe some distortion from the Triboro. In fact, I guess first of all, I'll just do this is the chorusy mode.
That sounded good, actually.
I think, if I remember rightly, yes, I can switch the function of the pedal to either be momentary, which I think is how most people use a pitchfork. So you're holding it down, the note goes up, and as soon as you release, it comes back. Or you can make it latching, so you press it once and it will go to the upper note or whatever, and then you press it again and it'll come back down again.
Same as the click switch on there, not sort of a soft switch, just a soft one. So
it's the same switch on all of them, isn't it? So here's the sort of the, I guess if you wanted to just use it to detune.
Take me down to the
Not
Paradise City.
entirely sure that's why anybody would buy this. The only, I suppose, a little bit of a criticism. Is it criticism? It's, you don't really know where you've set the shift to unless it's trial and error, you know. So
Right. Three octaves. Sorry.
You basically, you know, you find out where you want it to be. I'm not really sure what I'm thinking of, like the Tom Morello kind of vibe. That's always like octave up, isn't it, or 2 octaves
or Prince. Or Prince got it.
Bit of distortion. That's more, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
it's all the way up.
We can, again, you can adjust the sweep so that it gets there really fast, which I think is all the way up, right? Oh no, that, okay, so the more you turn the sweep up, the slower it takes to get there, I see. Okay,
Oh, how slow does it go?
Forever.
Yeah, go.
Song intro.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's basically just you just buy this pedal for one song intro.
Every
single song starts with
that. But you can also do the...
we haven't done the down yet. Let's try down. Does I'll ask our resident young person. So, like Royal Blood, is that pitchfork or is that whammy?
Whammy. Oh, they're pogs.
Oh, they're pogs.
Well, we got a pogs
Coming to that later. Fair enough.
So, but also you can go like a fifth or something, can't you? And then,
If you want,
then
yeah.
you can go like a. It's a fun thing, isn't it? It's super
blend
fun.
control here as well, so if you want to do it so that as you engage it only plays you the shifted note, or you can have a blend of the two. I mean, to be honest with you, pitchfork users out there will know exactly what this pedal does, and they'll just be going, oh cool, look, there's a Diddy version of it. Right,
this Diddy
one of the
went to
more
market.
expensive ones, or I think this and the Pog are both up around about the £200 mark, so not cheap, but there we go. Enough pitchforking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's me puck you.
Fine, so the last one, I think it's the last one, isn't it? Yes, the last one, and I mentioned before we didn't have the freeze today, so apologies that we don't have that.
But it is cold.
Yeah.
What?
Is the Pog. Again, massively popular selling pedal from electroharmonix, used by tons and tons of different artists.
Yeah. Very popular.
So we could generate a sub-octave and an octave up. And as soon as we hit the pedal on, obviously it generates those two additional notes.
Yes.
There's no sense of like a sweep going to it. So it's a bit like a pitchfork, but not quite. We've got some filters on here where we can do some full range, some high pass filters, some low pass filters. I'm a bit, I don't use these kinds of pedals. It feels to me like the pitchfork kind of has maybe more functionality on it, but it's actually the cheaper of the two pedals. So anyway, whatever. So obviously if I only want the octave above or the octave below, these are volume controlled, so I can just adjust the volume of each one.
Super simple.
Yeah,
Right.
really, really simple. And then we've got how much of the dry signal do we want? So at the moment, I guess this is everything about halfway up. It'll give us all three.
It does that that sort of organy.
There's no momentary mode. It is just
It's just a
on,
Pog.
turn it off.
Yeah. I like it though. It's very.
With a bit of distortion. I don't know. What do you want to do?
Put some low end in it.
Okay, so just we'll try it just low.
I think the thing with the Pog is it tracks so well, isn't it? It's just completely. And it does like a whole chorus. Mean and evil and delicious.
Upwards.
It just tracks it all. You know, it tracks everything, which is amazing.
I think, yeah. So
I think it's great, man.
Because
I
I
don't
must
have a
admit,
Park, I would love one.
it's not the style. I've never really played with this style of pedal.
I love it.
So I've never really sort of understood why the Pog has been so popular versus other pedals that'll do something similar. But perhaps it is the tracking. Perhaps it is just the fact that it tracks so well.
Really well. So it's octave up and octave down. So you can use it as a bass if you loop a thing.
If I turn the dry all the way off, you'll only get the. So I guess that's where it beats.
That's
most
where you
of
pay the money,
old
man. That's what you
octave
pay the money
pedals,
for.
don't you? Yeah.
Wow, that is good.
I think if you blend a little bit of the dry in, it hides that tiny lag.
It's almost like a baritone, isn't it? Mm-hmm. But a little bit wobbly.
I think I mentioned the filter modes are basically just green is like you hear everything, and then red I think is that's the low pass filter. And
like it.
Orange is the high pass filter.
Go in a one before this.
Just green.
No, next one. I put the drive on like a fuzzy. Bit of octave up. It's funny to play with, man. I like that very much. I like that very much, so. Thank you very much.
Right, that's it. Every single Pico one except for the Freeze, all in
The
one
Pico.
demo.
Yeah.
Links are below. They're all in stock. So there you go.
Apart from the Freeze.
Apart from the Freeze.
Maybe
no,
it
the
is.
Freeze will probably be in stock by the time this video comes
My
out.
favourite is the Pog. And the Triboro is good.
I must admit, I liked them. Yeah, look, I think given their size, that's the angle, right? You're looking at your pedal board going, oh, there's not a lot of space on there. But there's always enough space to get a little Pico on there.
There is.
So you just, what's the dealio? I think you're right,
you
though.
just buy a
Pog is fun,
bigger pedal board.
Pitchfork is fun. I thought the delays were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
those
the attack.
these would be my
Decay.
favourite 5. I'm not so sure about.
Attack Decay, I like the Attack Decay as well.
You did? Yeah, that's a really.
I didn't really like this one.
Did you not? I quite liked that.
I didn't like that song.
Hey, you heard it here first. Pete didn't like this one. Anyway, see you in another video soon.
Oh no.
Bye-bye.